I have a Ferrari in the hotel lobby, but it has a bunch of scratches on the paint. Look at it. Oh, that's a hair. There's a scratch. Rats to see. Car broke down in the tunnel. You gotta back up.
There's actually a light there. So when we turn left here, there's other cars that come from the other side.
What happens if a car
big guy traffic
broke down in the tunnel? Would you have to back out or what?
They would figure out, the way they would tell us is, of course we have these phones here, and then these lights would change colors.
If you hit another car in here, does that make you tunnel buddies?
Probably.
I like the wheels on this truck. What size are those wheels?
Probably
26s. Those look good.
This is the Iron Man edition.
I mean, I don't know if I go with that color combo, but I really like those wheels. If the front was like not a dually wheel. I don't like dually wheels in the front because they always cup.
You think they purposely line those up so you can read what wheels those are?
I don't know, maybe. Or maybe those are, I was gonna say maybe it's a floater. Sometimes those center caps will float, but it looks like they're bolted on around the edge. Yeah, they probably just lined them up. I mean, it looks cool. This rotisserie is nice. The trailer's nice.
It's just one of them deals where you can rent these trailers.
I don't know. I have no clue. I think I'm more impressed with the tow truck than whatever the hell's on it. That's a nice truck. Look at those. Look at these controls back here. They have wheel dollies in the back. The bed. I mean, it has all kinds of lockdowns. You want to upgrade, don't you?
Wish.
Then you sponsor Chris a new tow truck so you can tow more of my shit.
Yeah.
There you go. Pink Jeep.
No. With a pink Jeep on top.
Yeah. We're at the second day of Sema. I think my camera was doing some weird stuff, so me and Chris are gonna check some stuff out. Let's go into Central Hall and then look around and hopefully we find some other cool stuff. Before a bunch of people come and pretty much surround this thing, I wanted to check out this carbon fiber Z because the guy that did it is in Colorado and he does a lot of carbon fiber work. I think for how fast they did it, it looks amazing, but this thing probably is a lot lighter than factory compared, because all this is vacuum bagged carbon fiber. I like how everything is carbon fiber and all the weave, or most of the weave, is going together. So even with the flares, you can see that they try to match it up so the weave is going with the quarter panel. The only thing that isn't going the same, because it's a parting line so it looks even, is all the way down, and that looks pretty cool. The roof, the hatch, the hood, all that stuff has that same weave pattern. Even the cowl does. This little air duct is pretty cool, and they use some different marker lights in the front. They're a little bit more aerodynamic than the factory ones. I like how they did different stuff with the emblems.
Welcome to day 2 of the 2024 Sema show. Today's show hours are from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's going to be an awesome day. The show is now open.
How they did the hood extractors are pretty cool. Also on the little vents right there, or the inspection panels. It's crazy that all this stuff in here is carbon fiber. Like the dash is carbon fiber. It has like a nice little cap on it. And then even the full like door panels and the doors are all carbon fiber. And the seats, how they have the Sparkos like I have in the Hellcat.
Meldar! No!
Dude, that's a big filter. Hey, have you ever blown a filter?
I just did.
I came over to HP Tuners yesterday and I didn't even realize this was electric. So they have the core ECU for EV, and this is an EV Porsche, which is awesome. So this truck is pretty cool. What they did on this is it's a newer frame and all of the newer interior in electronics 6.6 Duramax on an older Silverado chassis. Is this the one that they extend the rear door?
Yes.
So yeah, they're
longer than a Suburban one.
that's like that other one too, right? And it's like the same, but it doesn't have the channel.
Well, they put this on the newer chassis.
Yeah, it's,
so
it's on the newer frame and
yeah, the
everything.
interiors of those things are huge compared to original four-door.
Yeah.
Significant amount of legroom in there.
Yeah, I mean, it has all the new interior, back seats, front seats. What they did was they sectioned the floor and then pretty much just put the old cab on the new floor and dash and firewall and all that stuff. Then it still has the side steps. Yeah, this is kind of what I want to do with the C50 almost. But I don't know if it'd be doable because how it's built.
C50 is really narrow, so it'd be the next year like I want to
You know what I could do is widen the C50.
Yeah.
Cut it down the center.
With that wraparound glass, that's gonna be a problem.
Oh yeah.
Unless you just widen the body because of the big kickouts.
Yeah.
I think we can get it done.
Yeah. The one thing that would have been cool is if they would have updated the headlights. But everything else is pretty much new 2020 6.6 Duramax. I keep wanting to say Power Stroke.
Yeah. At least that's a big drive.
I bet this thing drives great. This is one car that I'd love to find and build. Like, even if I found one that was clean or a project. You ever see one of these before, Chris? Nope. It's Lancia Delta. They're pretty cool. They're turbo, all-wheel drive.
It's very different from a traditional car. It's typically cars
I've done a ton of like the same builds, but this is actually pretty cool. It's unique. It's like for off-road recovery, it looks like 2 inches.
See our shocks on it?
Rear shocks instead of leaf springs. I feel like those shocks are too small for the weight of the truck. I feel like if you put a bunch of weight on it, it has a ton of winches. It's probably for like off-road recovery. It's pretty cool.
How many drives have?
Huh? What's that?
Drives gas that fucker.
Just one, really long one. That plate's cool. That one bolt right there that's not really all the way in is kind of weird. I like these wheels though. I wonder if those are F450 10 lug axles. You think so? The factory ones?
Like a high pinion.
It's probably stock. Oh, is it on the passenger side now? No, it's on the driver's side. Yeah. It's probably just factory 10 lug axles.
Yeah, they're not. It's a high pinion.
I like that wheel setup.
Yeah.
Wheel and tire.
Real sturdy.
I think this is just like a off-road recovery because it has 2 winches on this side, 2 winches on that side. It's weird though, it doesn't have anything that's like support it. If you think it would flip over if it pulled anything crazy.
Kind of move the wheels way back.
Yeah.
Still high center, I'm sure.
Oh, if you off-road this thing, you just instantly bend that long drive shaft. Yeah, look at that. Let's see. Well, I guess you would hit the fuel tank before you bent the drive shaft.
Wonder where the Rams are to get shit on here if they had to.
They probably didn't bring them. Yeah. They have like $10,000 in winches on this thing. There's another winch.
I bet those ramps are in there.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. Oh yeah, they're aluminum.
Oh yeah.
But how do you get them out? The winches.
Move the winches off.
Some winches would pull premium a week before race wars. I just broke. Oh.
It's a Rubik's Cube. No match.
I really like these wheels. Man, those brakes look good too. Damn, that exhaust. Oh. The roll bar all the way in the back. Look at the detail on it. I think it's all billet because it pins in right here. This is sick. Look at the extractors for the radiator. Got all injected. In the Cerakote booth, they did this pretty much a brushed finish, but it's just steel and then it's coated in Cerakote, the clear. And all of the body work, there's no filler or anything on this thing. It's all just raw. I mean, there's a ton of work in just making this body this straight, and the engine is really nice too. Look at that. Oh, I like the interior too. Kind of like a King Ranch style. The dash, it looks just as good. I mean, this thing is top notch too. I like how they did the bed back there. It's the same, kind of like a brushed look. And then they left the welds in the back. Then they even did the lower steps right here. No, it's a Pantera. This is one car that I want to build if I could find a good, kind of one that has an engine missing. I want the transmission, but I always wanted to do a Pantera project. This is the GTS 5, or maybe it's a clone. It has all the aero on it, and I really like these cars. I've never sat in one. I'd love to sit in one to see if I could actually fit in it.
I want to buy it.
This is low.
Right. With the Tomaso long chain. Yeah, it's actually this gentleman's car here.
Okay.
He's added.
I don't know. I wanted to buy one of these, but
It's hot. You're trying to fit in there, right?
I know you said you dropped the seat too a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know the long champ? Steven, do you know the De Tomaso long champ?
Man.
Do you know about the De Tomaso long champ?
How do you fit in there?
I don't. You'd think theirs would be bigger.
You've never seen one? Yeah. They do another. There's another De Tomaso they do. It's called a long champ.
What do you think? Whew, it's tight. I mean, I'd have to find one that's I could cut up kind of and make the
You would. There has been some cars that have been lengthened out, and heightened out. They're very, very. You're talking about a lot of body work.
Yeah, I mean, I do a lot of my own work, and then Chris, he has a body shop.
Another thing about this car is this is kind of in the way of the pedals, so you're sort of warped over to the middle of the car.
Time to leave the Sema show. Got off the plane, finally back home after being delayed a whole day because of the snow, but it didn't even snow that much. So the Ford Ranger's over there waiting. I hope it starts. Chris is like, Finally made it back home after a delayed flight and a whole extra day in Vegas, but for the most part, Sema was great. Got to meet up with a bunch of people that I work with at different companies. Me and Chris had a great time. I also met up with both the Sarahs as well as some other YouTubers, which was really great. And we also got to go to a few after parties and play Top Golf. And then we went to like a place called I think it was like Area 13 or Area 15, but then it ended up that all the people from Japan and Cusco and HKS were at the club down there. So it was a fun time. I can't wait to go next year. You know, there was a bunch of cool cars at Sema, but there was also a bunch of cars that probably shouldn't even have been there. I'm gonna end the video here. If you like these videos, make sure to smash that subscribe button, throw a thumbs up, throw a comment below. As always, see you guys next time.